Okay. Now, last time we learned that the shorthand, or on this clock, the red hand, is the hour hand. And it tells us what hour of the day we are in. The long blue minute hand tells us how many minutes we've gone through in that hour. Now, when we read a time that we look on a clock or a watch, we always say the hours first, and then we say the minutes after. Now, earlier, we just talked about when there's been 0 minutes, when it's something o'clock. And when it's something o'clock, this minute hand is always pointing to the 12. So who can tell me what time it is on this clock right now? Kevin. 2 o'clock. 2 hours and no minutes have passed because the minute hand is still stuck on the 12. Okay? What about if this minute hand goes around 2 times? What time is it now? The minute hand's still pointing at the 12. Chad. 4 o'clock. And remember when I kind of put the minute hand somewhere here and said, well, does this mean it's 5 o'clock? And you guys agreed it wasn't. It's not 5 o'clock because the minute hand has to be pointing at the 12 for it to be something o'clock. Well, now we're going to talk about what happens when the minute hand is pointing at the 6. Now, see the circle right here? This clock is a circle, right? If this hour hand or minute hand starts up here and goes halfway across the circle, it'll stop at the 6. You guys see that? It cut the circle exactly into half. Now, how many minutes were in an hour again? How many minutes were in an hour? Hannah. 60 minutes. Does anybody know what half of 60 is? You can look right here if you need help. What's half of 60? Makai. 30. So when this minute hand is pointing at the 6, it has gone 30 minutes in the hour, or half of an hour. Raise your hand if you ever heard a brother, sister, mom, dad, grandma say that, oh, we're going to leave in half of an hour, or half an hour, or we're doing something in half an hour. Raise your hand if you've ever heard that before. Well, when they say half an hour, they mean 30 minutes. So let's look at this clock right here. It was at 7. Now it's moved 30 minutes. Does anyone want to take a guess as to what time this clock says now? I don't expect you to get it right, and if you don't, it's no big deal, but maybe someone will. Now. No. Because look at where the hour hand is, and look at how many minutes the minute hand is gone.
8:30.
Not close. Not quite 8:30. It is 7:30. Since this blue, the minute hand, is pointing to the 6, the minutes are going to say 30. And the hour, it's halfway in between the 7 and the 8. Has it gotten to the 8 yet? It's not quite 8 o'clock. It's in between 7 and 8. It's 7:30. Okay? We go to the smaller number if it's in between, and 30 when it's pointed to 6. There's another name we give that since it's gone. Since the minute hand has gone halfway around the clock, since it's been half an hour, we also say half past 7. Do you have a question? Not right now, not while we're doing this, and when the lesson's over. Now, What about if I move it around to here? The minute hand is pointing at the 6, so we know how many minutes that's been. And the hour hand is in between the 10 and the 11. It hasn't gotten to the 11 yet. Who can tell me what time it is now? Jaden. Right on the first try. That's right, because since it hasn't gotten to the 11 yet, the hours are still 10, and since the minute hand has gone halfway down to the 6, it's gone 30 minutes, 10:30, or half past what? Half past what? Braden. Not 9. If it's 10:30, it's half past. You want to try again, Braden? Yes, half past 10. Good job. I like how you looked at that, figured it out, made the correction. Awesome job. So, when the hour hand is in between two numbers, we go to the number that it just went past. Usually it's the smaller number. And if that minute hand is at the 6, we know that's going to be 30 every time. Now, I'm going to do a tricky one right here. Okay. Now, here's why it's tricky. We know that when we do figure out what time it is, if the minute hand is pointing at the 6, how many minutes is that going to be? What number is going to go right here? How many minutes has that minute hand traveled from here all the way down to here, halfway around the clock? How many minutes is that? 30. Good job, Tiana. 30. Now, you normally, didn't I say before, you can just say which number is the smaller when it's in between, when it's minute hand's pointing to the 6 and the hour hand is in between two numbers, go to the smaller number and that's what it's going to be. Well, in this case, it doesn't work like that. That's why I say what number it's just passed and it hasn't gotten to yet. Has it gotten to the 1 yet? No. So, Tiana, what time was it? You said it right before. 12:30. Because it's gone past the 12, but hasn't quite gotten to the 1. But isn't 12 a bigger number than 1? It is. It's 11 bigger. So that's why I don't say that the rule is it's always a smaller number on the hour, because it's not. If it's in between, you go to the number it just passed, not the number it hasn't gone to yet. So if that's 12:30, it's half past. Half past what? Claire? Half past 12. We're going to do one more, and then we will be done with this. Okay. The time looks like this. What I want you to do, when I say go, is to turn to your neighbor or someone sitting next to you. You can tell the people sitting on both sides of you. So if someone's not sitting by you, that's okay. Turn and tell the other person sitting by you. It's okay if two people tell them. What time does this say? Whisper it to them. Go. I heard a few kids make mistakes and a few kids correct them. That's awesome. Way to help each other out. Eyes back up here. And I want you guys to whisper to me on 3 what it is. 1, 2, 3, whisper.
5:30.
Ooh, some people got it right. Some people got it wrong. Who thinks they can raise their hand and tell me what it should be? Because I heard 2 answers. One of them was right, one of them was wrong. What do you think, Campbell? 4:30. If you said 4:30, that was the right answer. Because look, has this hour hand gotten to the 5 yet? Not quite. It's going this way. So it started on the 4 and hasn't gotten to the 5 yet, making the hour still 4 and 30 because it's pointing to 6. So that makes it half past. Half past what? Half past what? Whisper to me on 3, 1, 2, 3. Half past 4. Awesome. Because this gets tricky when you have the hour hand in between, but you guys seem like you're getting it. You guys are, if you don't have it down pat, you're almost there. And we will practice this in our books soon.